partner in organizing this event today. Join me in welcoming George Albro from NIPAN.
So, my name is George Albro. I'm a co-chair of an organization called NIPAN, and that's the New York Progressive Action Network, and we have 35 chapters throughout the state, including one of our newest chapters, the Arab Women's Collective of Brooklyn, who we're very proud to have. And this is my co-chair, Tracy Strickland, and together we were founders of this organization. You know, I'm from Brooklyn. I lived in Brooklyn all my life. Italian American. My wife's Jewish, and they say that makes my children Jewish, right?
Yeah.
But this is not an issue of Jewish people and Arab people and Palestinians. This is an issue of just common decency, as Kirsten, my friend, said before. You know, if you go down Coney Island Avenue in Brooklyn, there are Orthodox merchants living side by side to Arab and Muslim merchants, and they get along pretty well.
Yep.
And the moral is, if you leave people to be people, they will recognize the humanity of each other and get along. What happens, though, is when politicians, for personal ambition and for personal gain, want to exploit fear and prejudices, and then they try and pit one person against another, one community against another. And that is inexcusable. Now, this councilman, not only did he make a statement that was false, factually, and bigoted, he also insulted our intelligence.
That's right.
Because in trying to justify it, he said he was just giving a geography lesson. He was just saying on the map I couldn't find it. Now that insults us, because we all know what he was up to. And that is inexcusable. There's another type of politician, however, and we're very fortunate to have many of those in our city. Politicians that recognize that we're a city of immigrants. 40% or more are foreign born. And because of that, we're thriving much more than societies that are more homogeneous, because we welcome immigrants, we welcome diversity, and we realize that that's such a richness in our city. And so we want to thank the City Council Speaker and many people on the council for speaking out against this remark by this councilman. And their recommendation, which is to remove him from the Immigration Committee, we want to encourage that and encourage that they vote and make that final. Because that is an important statement. You can't only just say you're for diversity and you're against bigotry. You have to act and take this to be a definitive act, and we want them to follow through on that. There's another example of a political leader who goes even further, who is really an activist first and a politician second, who has really inspired people to come together, to fight against bigotry, to fight for human rights. And that person is a NIPAN member, we're proud, a former Bernie Sanders delegate. You know, Bernie Sanders at a debate made a statement, I think we should treat the Palestinians fairly. And he got lambasted for that. Well, we should treat the Palestinians not only fairly, but like they exist and they're people. And they have a right to participate. The person I want to introduce has just won this position of public advocate of the city of New York.